Hey guys, Freeze Brown Outdoors here. Today we are going to make a 3D target. Let me just show you what I had laying around the house. I have not bought anything at all yet. I got this foam matting. It's very soft, bendable. I'm hoping that roughly 10 layers of that's going to stop a crossbow arrow. Not 100% sure about this yet, but I'm going to make a smaller one. Probably about half the size of him, getting close to the same height. But as you can see right now, I've cut this. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers, plus this to help shape it a little bit. And then I got, this came in a box that I got in the mail, so it was just used for packaging. I threw a layer of that on too, so I'm looking at 8 solid layers and then 2 smaller layers here. And we're going to work on the shape of this. I'm going to glue all these together with a light wood glue, and hopefully it sticks well. I have some rope to tie around it just to keep it so it seals up tight. And we got some spray foam. So I'm going to glue this together and tie it up with some rope, and then I'll take another little video for you guys. Okay guys, I've glued several layers of this together. This is all I'm doing is smearing a little bit of glue on here, just enough to give it a little extra holding power when you're pulling the arrows out. I'm not sure exactly if it's the best idea, but as far as I'm concerned, the rope and the glue can't hurt. The more it's compressed, probably the more likely it is to stop an arrow. But I'm just dumping a little bit of this glue on like this, and smearing it around with this glove on my hand, and then putting the next layer on. Okay guys, we're back here. My spray foam was a couple years old, and it sat outside over winter and stuff, so I feel like that's why I didn't get a lot out of the cans. But as you can see what I did here, I sprayed the spray foam down and around. It's slowly expanding, and I put a little more glue on top, just hopefully it'll sink down in and get a little bit hard there. But as you can see, the bucket's filling up. It should be a round shape on the bottom there. I'll have to pick up a couple cans of maybe the more expanding stuff to get a little more usage out of a can. But like I said, mine was old, so I don't know how long it was actually out here and what kind of toll the winters took and everything on the spray foam. Okay guys, we are all dried up here. We had a little bit ooze out here, but as you can see, we have the shape, we have the size of the zombie 3D Mackenzie target. So it's pretty solid. There wasn't a whole lot of gaps. I did spray a little bit extra on the top to give it a more rounded feel. Filled in a couple little holes, but I'm curious to see when I take the bottom off, because it did leak out a little bit over the top. But as you can see, we got the same height. We're a little thicker than the zombie target. We got 10 layers of foam in there. The red lines to mark which way the padding's going. And I finally decided what I'm making. Minion! And it's already almost in the shape. Alright guys, see you soon. Okay guys, I got the bottom plastic off. I had a little blowout here on the bottom, as you can see. That was all pretty much open space. I think that it sealed the air off inside, and that never got to get activated by the air. So I went through and shaved the top part off, put a little more on top of his head, and I took a piece of the spare, one of the larger chunks of the spare foam that I cut off, and made the eyeball for the Minion. So hopefully once this dries up, I can get a nice shape out of it. I cut 2 pool noodles up, or one half of one. Those will be his arms. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet. Maybe a coat hanger on the side, but we're starting to get there. The shape's coming. I don't want to use any more spray foam I probably should have used some more filler just to limit the spray foam a little bit. But as you can see, it's taking shape, and it'll be it'll be thicker than the zombie target. We'll see if it stops an arrow probably a little later tonight. Hey guys, just checking in here. I got some foam noodles. I found some old wire that I used. You can use a coat hanger or anything like that to kind of bend the arms a little bit, just to give it a little bigger feel. I got everything sprayed in. I just gotta let it dry now and shave it down. As you can see, I got the eye on the circle there in the front. I'm hoping the kill zone will be just below that, so we'll go from there and see how she looks in a little bit. I sprayed some spray foam in the center of the cut foam noodles, give it a little round feel. Hey guys, just finishing up the spray foam 3D Minion target compared to the 3D zombie target. They're almost 3 feet tall. The Minion is much lighter, so hopefully it'll stop the crossbow area. We are going to take the Parker Bushwhacker crossbow here and send some arrows through both and see what kind of penetration we get. Up here on the table we had 2 Havalon knives we used to shape it. They were tremendous. Here's my little sketch that I went off of. But we're going to send some of the crossbow arrows through it. We used a little bit of glue there to glue the 10 sheets of foam padding together. We used 7 cans of spray foam. I think 1 was junk, so roughly 7. And there's the potting plants and the shavings from carving it down. I did save 1 bag of some foam noodle and some larger chunks that I might be able to fill in if I do another project, which I got a bunch of foam coming for free. So we'll see how that works out. So if you have any ideas on crazy new 3D targets, shapes or animals or what, let me know, guys. Hey guys, this is the Minion here that I built out of spray foams down here. I'm going to take the Parker Crossbow and shoot 2 more into it. I got 1 in there, it went quite a ways through, it didn't go the whole way through. So I'm going to shoot 2 more, and we'll see how they do. Set that up real quick. I hit the orange dot. Alright guys, this is the 3rd shot. As you can see down there, I already have 2 arrows in there. You can see the lighted knot. I'm going to put 1 more in it, and then we'll go down and take a look and see how far it went through. "10 yards, crossbow, shoots fast." As you can see, the arrows went 2 inches from the fletching, but just the tips came out the back. So it will stop it.
Okay, this is the OG from Freezer Bound Outdoors. We're at the Freezer Bound headquarters today, and we're doing a comparison on a homemade 3D Minion archery target. It's made out of spray foam. That versus the Mackenzie. Here's my boy Bill.
Okay, so we got the Parker Crossbow, shoots 350 feet per second. We got Clayton and his Mohawk. You want to get on camera real quick? Okay, now we're doing the camera.
Hey, boy!
Okay, we're 25 yards, 350 feet per second. I already shot an arrow into the zombie. I'm gonna shoot the Illumina into the Minion down there. What's his name, Clayton? That Minion?
Dave.
Dave?
Yeah.
Okay. We're on.
Boom.
Oh my.
Let's go walk down.
Look
on
at the
camera.
I can't get over the brightness of that aluminum.
You said shoot him in the eye. I don't want to shoot him in the eye, bud.
Why?
Because then he couldn't see. Is that funny?
I didn't allow you to shoot it right into his mouth.
Okay, so on this one here, we only have about 2 inches before the fletching. But the only thing that came out was 3/4 of an inch in the tip. In the Mackenzie, it did a little bit better. It's about 7 inches before the fletching. Nothing came out the back. But it worked.
Yeah, but this thing glows.
And that one glows.
Oh, but this one don't.
So if it can do a crossbow at that speed, at 25 yards, as you already seen in the video, at 10 yards it didn't go through. So any other bow than a crossbow, you're probably good. And you're good for a crossbow for a while.
Yeah, but now it's Andy's turn.
We found a 3D target of a Minion versus the Mackenzie. Which one are you going to shoot first there, Adam?
I'm going to shoot the zombie with the non-aluminum.
Yeah.
We're 25 yards, Parker crossbow, blah, blah, blah.
25 yards, Parker crossbow. Wow, centered him. Look how fast you can string these things back up. Now if you're in a tree and you're hunting deer and, okay, you miss one, blah, blah, blah. You can do this in your tree stand just as fast.
You want it in the eyeball?
Yeah.
Okay.
15 seconds. And this one has the Illuminoc on it.
Oh, take the safe off.
Oh my heavens.
Oh, Daddy, don't get it.
Go look at it, bud. You tell me if I hit it in the eyeball or not. That's what we do at FBO.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Daddy.
All right, bud.
That's a Parker crossbow.
What's the penetration like?
Daddy, new arrow did something. Daddy's new arrow.
That's just a kickstand, bud. That keeps it from falling over.
We did use
Daddy,
we had to use an old arrow to prop up the Minion because it weighs about 1/4 as much as the Mackenzie zombie does. The zombie, it did tip a little bit. It didn't fall over. If we wouldn't have had the arrow there, the Minion would have fell over, but that's a pretty simple fix, an old bent arrow.
Daddy, I never think you
Good
did it.
penetration. What I can't get over is the accuracy.
I have to take it out. Like this?
All right, no,
Okay.
Let's just do it.
Say FBO.
I
All right. We're out.
All right, it's about to storm here, FBO headquarters, right near Cook's Forest. I have this 1972 bow to shoot into the Minion. I just got it the other day off a friend. He said I can go ahead and shoot it because it's a lefty. I have one crooked pin here, no peep sight. Not real sure if I'll even hit the target or not, but we're going to go ahead and give it a whirl. I got 2 arrows to try before the storm comes.
do it.
Right under his waving arm.
We're going to call that one Skippy.
That one was Skippy. This one's going to be Death Punch, Clayton.
Yeah. Knock him over.
Oh, nailed it.
Let's go check the penetration real quick on this. This bow obviously is much slower. Still probably got good penetration, but it's a longer arrow too, so the fletching won't be so close. Probably didn't go the whole way through that. That did go the whole way through. It stuck out about 2.5 inches, but still pretty good.
Yeah. Daddy.
That's going to kill a deer.
That's gonna kill a deer.
Absolutely.
This old AMF bow will kill a deer this year.
Yeah.
Here, you want to hold on to it, bud?
Yeah, but I won't do it.
Okay, don't shoot it.
Because I don't want to do